Yo, what's going on, family? This is the Trayvon Jones Conscious Talk channel, Trayvon Jones Conscious Talk channel, where I am talking to the Black community. Um, but we talk about different things other than just things that pertain to the Black community as well. But but this is my target, and this is my people who I love and who I um, love to stay in contact with. And I think that we should have a base where we are able to communicate. Um, Before we get any further, I need you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Press that thumbs up so that way you can help attract people to my station. But I wanted to talk to you guys about about interracial dating. And I titled this video, "Should Black Men and Women Date Outside of Their Race?" And the reason why I titled it that was to basically spark a conversation. You know, uh, I definitely have my thinking on the subject, and we're gonna get into that. Um, there's a subscriber, I don't want to get into her name, but she's a sweet lady. I've given her shouts out before on other videos of mine, and she's a cool a commenter. She comments too. She's on YouTube as well, and she makes videos. And she subscribed to me. I subscribed to her. She's a cool lady. But we don't agree on everything. Her belief is that she's a Jehovah's Witness, and her belief is that God made everybody, and it doesn't matter who you fall in love with. You should be able to date who you want to date, and there are black men out there who date white women, and there are white women who date black men, and so on and so on. If a black woman happens to find love with a white man, then hey, that's okay, because basically she was condemning a, a Christian pastor because they refused to marry homosexuals and interracial couples. And I have to be honest with you. You know, I would never put myself in a position where I would be a pastor and I would have to, tell people I'm not going to marry them, because of, what that Bible says. You know what I'm saying? So I would hate to be in a position to do that. So I would never put myself in that type of position. You know what I'm saying? Um, but if you want to be realistic, you know, the Bible is very clear about certain things, and you can read it and you can add whatever you want to add into it. But the reality is sometimes when you're reading that Bible, it is very clear as to what it's saying, and adding other things to it is just making yourself look real stupid. You know, like for instance, the Bible is very clear that the Most High only came for one group of people. He did not come for all nations. He only came for one group of people. Now, in Christianity, in American talk, culture, we have been taught that God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, and that means that anybody who wants to receive Him can receive Him, including Gentiles and so on and so on. When we're talking about Gentiles, we're talking about people of Israel who have lived as Gentiles, such as ourselves now. If you look at American people, we're living like the other groups. Instead of following, as Black people, we should be following a certain law, a certain way of living, a certain way of being, but we have adapted to another culture, American culture, which is ultimately European culture. So we have adapted to that. We have adapted to the dress code. We've adapted to the tongue, the way we talk, the way we act. We are doing the same things that they do. And that's what the Most High is talking about. So when you're outside dating outside of your race, you're basically, the Most High is telling you that's no, you shouldn't do that. And the reason why you shouldn't do that, because they will pull you away. They will be like snares to you, and they will pull you away from Him. So, no, if you're unequally yoked, which you have to understand, some groups of people, their spirits will never receive the Most High. They were not built that way. They were not made that way. And I know that's hard for people a hard pill for some people to swallow, that God made other groups of people, but He only has one group of people who He is for. And those people are the ones that fit the curses that are going on with them right now. Right now, they're downtrodden. Everybody's beating up on them. They're being killed left and right. Who does that fit? Because you don't see the Chinese man, dying and because they want to take their child, and teach them how to drive, and then they end up getting shot and killed over some road rage. This just happened to a young black woman who was trying to teach her young son how to drive, and she just got killed. That's because she is under the curses, because we are the Israelites. I know that's hard for people to understand, and I know it's hard for a hard pill for us to follow, because as black people, our culture have always changed. We've been Negro, we've been black, we've been colored, we've been niggas, we've been everything under the sun. Now we are called African American. And when I call myself black, I use that term loosely, because that's the only way that I can describe myself so that people can understand. But to call yourself an African American or even black is, is a slap in the face to yourself, because you don't even know who you are as a people. Black people, we have been so destroyed that we don't even know who we are. We think that it's okay to just go out and just be kumbaya with everybody. We've always been taught to love, 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 even though we get all this hatred and this mistreatment because other groups of people do not teach their children and their families the same things that we're constantly taught. We're taught to love, 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 and even though we get beat up on every step of the way, we still teach our children how to love. We teach our children, oh, it's okay to, it doesn't matter who you fall in love with. It doesn't matter who you, get with. If you find someone that's white that you fall in love with, then, that's love. And that's a bunch of bullshit. Because the problem is that we as black people, the times that I've had family members bring other cultures into our unit, I feel the way that I feel. I think that that's disgusting. And I don't think that, as a melanated person, you should be dating outside of your damn race. But I would never disrespect my family member. Now, if we have a conversation on the side, you know what I'm saying? That's something totally different. But I would never disrespect that person. You know what I mean? That's a person too. And they have feelings. You know what I mean? And I would never hurt or disrespect them. But other groups of people don't feel that way. They will cut you right in front of the person that you're dating, and you better not say nothing, because the person that you date is going to get mad at you if you snap on that family member or that cousin or that friend who's blatantly disrespecting you. I've seen it. I have a coworker who's dating a Korean. And I'm sorry, but that's a racist ass group of people right there. Chinese people and Asian people and Korean, they're fucking racist. Let's just get that straight. But she's an African chick, you know what I mean? But she's dating, a Korean. They fell in love with each other. This is what she tells me. They fell in love. But his cousins and his aunties and the friends, they're all asking her, well, when are you gonna go back to school and, upgrade, and, how come you don't have a better job, and, you have 2 children, and, and like, where's the fathers? Like, how come you're not with the fathers? And, and they just berate her any chance that they get. Now, this boyfriend of hers allows these individuals to continue to bash her. But she better not go off on them, because I guarantee you, if she goes off on any of them, he's gonna confront her off immediately. But it's okay that they're talking down to her and talking crazy to her just because he likes black pussy. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay for them to just constantly berate this woman. And I look at her like, you're a fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot that you allow yourself, because it ain't that much love in the world. I don't give a damn. You telling me you falling in love and all, that's a bunch of bullshit. That is a bunch of bullshit. Because Solomon, he sinned by those things. Solomon was the wisest king that the Most High gave knowledge to, because all he wanted was to have, he wanted wisdom. He wanted to be able to rule, righteously. He didn't want to be making mistakes and, and being cruel. He wanted the Most High to give him wisdom to be able to rule righteously. And the Most High gave him that. But the Most High also gave him lots of money. You know what I'm saying? And lots of other gifts, simply because he didn't ask for those things. He said, okay, well, since you didn't ask for all these other things, I'm gonna go ahead and give you what you didn't ask for too. So he gave Solomon riches beyond compare. I don't think nobody has ever been as rich as Solomon ever in this life. Ever, ever, ever. I mean, Solomon was one of the richest people ever. Bill Gates, who? You know what I'm saying? Solomon was rich. You understand me? You know, but he also had lots and lots and lots of wisdom. And Solomon knew that the Most High only came for the Israelites. He knew that. But towards the end, Solomon started changing. He started worshiping idols and false gods. He started marrying all these Edomites, white people, Moabites and Amorites, Chinese and Japanese people, and East Indians. He was marrying all these strange women whom he was unequally yoked with. But they were different nationalities because their spirits don't bear the Most High. It's just not in them to bear it. They are not supposed to get it because even though they're the children, they are the children of the world. They are not God's children. And I know that's hard for a lot of us to understand. But Solomon, he when he died, it just says that he died. That's all it says. Now his father David, it says that he went to go sleep with his fathers. That's a clear indication that he is sleeping with his fathers and that he's going to be with the Most High. He's asleep right now, but he's going to be with the Most High. David is going to come back and he's going to return again. That's a whole nother lesson and a whole nother, situation. We're not going to get too deep into all that right now. But he was going to sleep with his fathers. It doesn't say that about Solomon. It just says that Solomon died because Solomon started marrying all these different bitches, all these white women and East Indians and Asian women and Chinese and Japanese women and all these different women who eventually started getting to him. He started getting older. They were able to manipulate him and, build us this and build us something for our God and build us. And this is what they were doing to him. And he got weak and he started doing it. And the Most High rejected him. And it says when it was time for Solomon to die, he just died. He died. It don't say that he went to go sleep with his fathers. So it's safe to say that Solomon fucked up royally. Now I don't know if I don't know if we're gonna see him in the kingdom or what. I don't know. You know what I mean? But Solomon messed up because he was too busy dating outside of his race and marrying outside of his race when he knew better than that shit. He knew better than to do that. He knew better than to do that. Because I don't care what you say. When you go outside of your race because you don't like the skin that you're in and you don't like that you're too dark, and all that kind of stuff. So you want to lighten yourself up. That's self-hatred. That is self-hatred. I don't care how you splice it and dice it. And you can love anybody. You can be friends with whoever. But the reality is marrying your enemy, your natural born enemy, that you shouldn't be doing that, family. And I'm sorry, but white people are your enemy. They have showed you time and time again that they don't like you. They like having sex with you, but they do not like you. And white supremacy still exists. Now we know white people are dying at a rapid rate, and they're not going to be in power too much longer. But right now, we still live under white supremacy. And white supremacy is set up against you. So why you would lay down with an enemy, I just will never know that. Yeah, Bob and David might be cool. Yeah, as an individual, yeah, they nice, they cool. But you still shouldn't be sleeping with them. Because at the end of the day, he still lives under white supremacy. Becky is still going to live under white supremacy, even though she's on Tyrone's dick. And a lot of them be on the sidelines hating on black women because they're like, yeah, I got Tyrone. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got your man. Yeah, I'm getting that. Whoopty, whoopty, whoop. Laughing at the black chicks because half of them ain't got no goddamn man. That don't make no sense. Why you would teach your children that it's okay to date outside of their race when you need to be teaching your children, no, you stay within your race. You create more melanated people that look like you. Not no third race and you know, because we all love and kumbaya, because other groups of people don't do that. They do not teach their people that. They teach unity amongst themselves. That's what black people should be teaching amongst themselves, is unity. And it's nothing wrong with that. Now, other groups of people will look at black people when they're unifying and say, oh, no, that's not right. They always want to keep us separate. You know, when you keep a group of people separate, that's how you're able to control them. And we are constantly controlled, but you have a group of people that are waking up saying, you know what, I'm tired of all this damn controlling. I'm tired of being controlled. I want to unify with like-minded individuals that look like me so that we can unify. And the more that we get together, the more that powerful that we become as a group. And it's not about killing and hurting other groups. It's just about empowering our group instead of trying to empower every damn body. You got black women trying to empower any other group of women, you know, and not their own people. They might try to empower black women, you know, because they got this damn movement jumping off. Like, let's just forget about the man. When we as a people need to be empowering each other, male and female, young, old, as a group. Not, well, I'm just gonna be on the woman's, you know, group, and no matter what the race is, it's just all about the women, and I'm gonna, you know, support the women. But when you're doing that, you're going against black men. Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. So that's the problem that we have when we are incorporating ourselves with every other group. We forget about ourselves when we're incorporating ourselves in every other group. And Chinese people are not going to do that. They're going to think of them about themselves, as they should. As they should. What is wrong with black people wanting to be with black people? When you tell me that you fell in love with a white person, but yet you're going under all that damn scrutiny from other groups of, you know, from her group of people, why would you put yourself in that? Why would you subject yourself to that type of scrutiny and that type of hatred? It's not that much love in the world, family. I don't give a damn how you slice it and dice it. Ain't that much love in the world to have racist ass individuals showing you how much they don't like you on a day-to-day basis, but you over here fucking one of them though. Something's wrong with that. And for the life of me, I will never understand why a black woman would allow a white man to hop on them and have sex with them. Do you realize the history? These people come from this very group of people who mistreated us and raped our children and our young girls and boys and killed us and hung us and was smiling, having their children there while we're burning at the fucking stake. Their children are right there with smiles on their fucking faces. And you want to say, well, that was in the past and little Johnny's not like that? The fuck out of here. Little Johnny was raised by the same motherfuckers that raised them. That shit goes on and on and on. Are you kidding? That's some fucking bullshit. Why would you even do that? Now, like I said, I would never go to a person and say, you know, in front of the person that they're dating or fucking, you know, and say, boy, you made a huge mistake. You self-hating motherfucker, you. You made a huge mistake. You know what I'm saying? You know, but if they run across one of my videos or if they want to have a real conversation, I'm all for it. I'm all for it if they want to have a real conversation, because I don't have a problem with telling them, hell no, you ain't supposed to date outside your damn race. And yeah, the Bible does say you're not supposed to be unequally yoked. And no, you are not supposed to marry someone who is of a different religion from you. And that's including a black person. If they're something different from you, other than from worshiping the Most High, Yah, if they're not doing that, then yes, you are unequally yoked. But you are automatically unequally yoked with white people, black people, so-called African Americans. You are automatically unequally yoked with white people, Asians, East Indians, any other group that is non-you, you are unequally yoked with. And that is the bottom line. And also, you come from the seed of your father. See, it's a lot. We have to understand, they are Edomites who are white people. who are in our nation as well. You have people who have white fathers and black mamas, but we automatically say, oh, they're black. But the reality is, no, they're white because you are the seed of your father, not your mother. Sorry, you are the seed of your father. So when you have, when your daddy white and when your daddy Chinese and your daddy's Asian and your daddy's, Persian and East Indian, that's what you are. Even though your mama black, that's what you are. You are what your father is. You come from the seed of your father. And that's a misunderstanding that a lot of us have. We think, oh, well, my mama black, so I'm black. No, you were raised black because your mama raised you, because she black. Your mother is of the seed of Israel, but she fucked up when she sat up there and made a baby with some other group that she had no business making a baby with, and vice versa. The self-hatred has got to stop. But this YouTuber who I'm referring to, like I said, I'm not going to name her name. You know what I'm saying? I like her content sometimes, but she's on this. We all need to be kumbaya and need to be loving each other. Other groups of people show you how much they do not like you, even though you might have friends and individuals, that are nice to you individually. That's wonderful. Never be mean to them. You should be nice. And the Bible say we are to get along with everyone. We are to live and let live. We are to allow people to live. We do not go out of our way mistreating people of any group. But let's get something straight. As Black people, we are always placed on the bottom, and for a reason, because every other group knows how powerful we are. Every other group knows who we are. We just don't know who we are. We're better than everybody at every damn thing. It's natural for us. We're better runners. We're better every fucking thing. But that's why we're so hated, because we're supposed to be the ones in authority. We're supposed to be the ones on top, not downtrodden, having everybody else stepping up all over us. And us thinking that we've achieved when we over here having a baby, or we got with somebody who's non-Black. We feel like we're doing something because my baby got green eyes. My baby is pretty. Fuck out of here. We are not supposed to be mixing with other groups of people. Sorry. Family, I know that's hard for a lot of people to swallow because, again, we've been taught kumbaya in the land of our enemies, because we have to be kept docile, family. We are not supposed to rise up and know the truth. We're supposed to be kept docile while other groups of people laugh and mock at us because we don't have a culture. We just do whatever. We just follow everybody else's fucking culture. We follow the American culture that's not even really ours. That was put on us. That was just put on us. It's time for us to start coming back to who we are. And part of coming back to who we are, you got to leave the outsiders on the outside. Sorry. And they can feel left out. Who gives a shit? If little Becky feels left out, who the fuck cares? Because eventually we are going to have to make a choice. Because regardless to what you think, we are all eventually going to have to make a choice. What side you going to be on? Because a war is coming. It's going to come. And when it comes, you're going to have to pick a side. Because if you mingling in, with your oppressors, that's going to get you killed. Flat out. That's just going to get you killed. Because you have been sent prophets. You have been sent people to teach you and to tell you who you are as a Black person, as a so-called Black person, a so-called African-American person. You are the Hebrew Israelites of that Bible. That Bible is our history book. It is not a religion. It is our history book. It is who we are as a people. Jeremiah, Nehemiah, all these people are our ancestors. Noah, David, Solomon, all these great people are our ancestors. And we need to know it, and we need to conduct ourselves in that manner. And they are laws that we should be following. But too big, we over here, celebrating Easter and Christmas and Thanksgiving, which I don't know why any so-called Black person would want to celebrate Thanksgiving. I'll never understand that. You have white people, pilgrims, slaughtering Native American people. Our names were changed again, family, because we are the Hebrew Israelites, but a tribe of us broke off from Israel and moved to Arsarif, which what we call now America. So the Indian people, those Native American people that were here, are us. Any black person that you talk to, if you talk to one of your grandmamas or your great grand uncles, you ask them who we are, they're gonna tell you we're Indian, baby. Because that's who we are. We were here first. When that murderer came over here slaughtering us within 15 minutes of stepping off the fucking boat. That fucking Christopher Columbus. That murderous, savage bastard. Who was a Spaniard. White. Listen, it's okay to love people. I'm not saying hate people and be mean to people. Please do not think that that's what I'm advocating. What I'm advocating is self-love and black love. And stop, because a lot of times when you're mingling in with everybody else, you forget about your own. You forget about your own. And we are the original of this land, America. We are it. It ain't the Mexicans. I know they talking about, no, we had California. They're a mixed group of people who came out of us and Chinese people and other groups of people. And that's how you get the Mexican tribes. And they just grew at a rapid ass rate and started doing what we were doing. They were living amongst us, kind of like what they do now. They live amongst us and do what we do. They act black. They do hip hop, and they were doing the same thing back then when we were the Native Americans. They were doing the same thing. They were dressing like us and doing the same kind of shit. So a lot, they were doing the same shit, the Mexicans, and they were able to get certain lands, and because they over outpopulated, so they were able to get certain lands, and we would move and let them have it and whatever the situation is. But that's what that was. But before they came out of nowhere, the Mexicans, because they were a created hybrid race. Let's just get that straight. Before they came, we had all of this because we were here for thousands of years before European people came and started bringing us diseases and shit. We need to know who we are as a people and come back to our laws. We are supposed to be following that. I'm gonna leave that for a whole nother video because I'm not trying to preach, but I just wanted to because I know that the YouTuber that I'm talking about, I know she know who I'm talking about because of the video that she made. But I'm not gonna even put her on blast like that. You know what I'm saying? But she know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But she's with this kumbaya, love, love, love bullshit. And I'm sorry, you a melanated person. You supposed to be with a melanated person. Sorry. I know we've been taught that it's okay. We can love everyone. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Fuck out of here. No, you're supposed to be loving yourself and loving your own people. And other groups of people need to be able to see what we have, that we're not divided, that they can't just come in and just divide us, and come in and take our men and our women, and then we over here thinking, well, I can't get no love over here with my own people, so maybe I'll try something else. And that's the worst thing you can do. No, we just need to start making better decisions and picking better mates. That's what it is, and that takes time. We over here falling in love, and because we in La La Land and sprung off the sex and all that bullshit, when we need to be looking at who we can settle down with for a lifetime. Period and point blank. But family, I'm gonna get up out of here. Hey, Kayla, how you doing, sweetheart? I love you. Thank you for coming in, and I will see you all on the next video. I just wanted to just basically just do a little rant and just say what I had to say. You know what I mean? In response to a video. But again, I'm just gonna leave the person. I'm not gonna even mention the person. You know what I mean? It's just not even worth it because I'm not trying to start no little back and forth and all that bullshit. But I know they're subscribed to me and like I'm subscribed to them, so I know that they will get this video. And then if they want to respond that way with another video, we can just do it like that. But we ain't got to put each other on blast. You know what I mean? Because it ain't no hate at the end of the day. I love this person and I love what they're doing because they're doing what they love to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all for it. But I'm all for Black love and Black unity, family. And that's what I'm trying to get a whole lot of my other people to understand and to get with. Black love, Black unity. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all on the next video. I love you, family. Peace out.